In this video, we're going to take a look at the option Text for Translations and see how to use it in perhaps a new way. To start with, we'll go up to the File option and we'll select Export, and then we'll select Text for Translation. A little dialog will open up with some additional options for us. Now, normally you would use this feature if you want to go ahead and export out all of the text items, have somebody do a translation maybe into a different language, and then import it back in. But for this example, we're going to show you how there may be another way you can use this feature. You have the option to export the XML file with text formatting. We'll take a look at that option. And then we'll also export an XML file without text formatting, and that's the one we're going to use for this example. But let's start with this first one to see what it looks like. So the first thing we're going to do is determine where we're going to save the XML file. In this case, I've directed it already to save it within the project folder, but you can save it wherever you want. And I'm going to call this file with text formatting, TF, and we'll go ahead and save it. And we'll click OK, and we see that it has been created. I'm actually going to go ahead, you yourself do not have to do this next step, but I'm going to create a second file at this point just to show you what the difference is between the two when we look at the raw XML file. We'll do this one without text formatting. Again, we'll direct the folder to save it in our project folder. We'll call this one without text formatting, and we'll go ahead and save it. And again, it has been created. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and swap over to the project folder here. So let's go ahead and open it up. And you'll notice here are the two files, without text formatting XML and with text formatting XML. So let's look at this one first. Now, the examples of how you'll edit this, whether it's in Notepad, WordPad, Microsoft Word, an XML text editing program, will differ on your computer. We're just going to go ahead and open it with Notepad just so that you can see what this looks like. Now again, this one is with all the text formatting, so if you want to go ahead and use the XML file to go ahead and let one of the members of your team change font sizes, do paragraph alignment changes, as well as changing text and other text attributes such as the size and stuff like that, you can go ahead and create an XML file that has the text formatting in it. Or if you simply just want to work with the text itself without all of that other busyness in it, create an XML file without the text formatting. And let's go ahead and see what this one looks like. Again, we'll open it in Notepad. Okay, and this keeps it a lot simpler, a lot cleaner just for changing out the text or editing the text. You'll notice here we have the exported one. This is slide 1, the message ID, but this was that text box. This video will demonstrate how to open image file in Paint and so on. And it just has strictly where you can get quickly at the text itself. Now this is a file we're going to work with just to show you how this could work. Maybe I want to change some of the text here, and I'm working with the team creating the videos, but I'm, let's say, maybe just a copy editor, and I'm going to go through and clean it up in the XML file and give them back the file to then re-import back into their video. So here maybe I want to be less formal. Instead of it saying this video will demonstrate how to open an image file in Paint, maybe I'll say something like, let's take a look at how to open an image file in the Paint software program, something like that. And then I could go through all the rest of these and save them as well. Once I do that, of course, I want to go ahead and save the XML file. So I can go ahead and do a save on it, close it out. Now, let's actually go back to the Violet Builder program, and let's say the next step would be to hand this back off to the person actually working in the Violet Builder or the Violet authoring software program. Now we're back into the Violet Builder program. The author has reopened the project. They have the file that we've edited. The next step is to import it back into Violet Builder. Now, keep in mind, you do not want to go ahead and do any changes to your Violet before you import this back in. Otherwise, Violet Builder will detect, or your Violet authoring software will detect, changes have been made to the project. So you take your chance about importing back in the XML file if it has a bunch of changes to the file. So it's best to save a copy of the file if you have to, export out the XML file, have it edited, and then bring it back into the project where it hasn't been changed, and then go on and make changes. So that said, the next step will be to go File, Import, and we're going to go ahead and import our text for translation. And again, the one we just worked with was without the formatting, and we'll open it, and it's imported all of the changes. Of course, in this case, it was only to the first slide that we made the changes, and there it is. So that's perhaps a different way that you can go ahead and use the text for translation features, not only to do translations into different languages, but also to update text attributes if you use the XML file that has all of the text formatting in it, or simply to change the text. Then I would recommend exporting out without all of the text formatting. That's all there is to it. If you have any questions on this particular topic or any others while working with any of Carbon's products and services, please visit us online at www.qarbon.com. That's www.carbon.com. Happy Vuleting!